Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Game Dojo. We are 24K movies, gaming, and TV show reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, we do it all, and we are in the month of October. That's right, Halloween month, and we have all the great horror genres that we've covered, and we still have a lot more rolling for you, a lot more coming. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit back, relax with your favorite bag of snacks, and get ready for these movie tracks, because I am the Game Ninja, baby, and this is just what I do. So, we are talking about Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Now, when it comes to Resident Evil, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of duds out there. A lot of misfires, a lot of horrible renditions when it comes to this game that we love. As gamers, Resident Evil is synonymous on pretty much every gamer's mind. You've played it once, you've played it twice, maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times. They've recently come out with remakes. I am currently playing one of the remakes because I finished several of them. Resident Evil is a franchise stoked in love and horror, and it goes all the way back to when we were children in school on the original PlayStation and PlayStation 2, when we had to get memory cards because some of us left our systems on all day. I can remember one day I was playing Resident Evil 2, and I had gotten so far, but I didn't have a memory card at all. So I went to school, I left the game system on, and when I came home, my mom had turned it off. You had forgot to turn it off, so I turned it off for you. I was like, oh my God. No typewriter ribbons. It was bad. It was bad. Rest in peace to that game. But we played the remake, we beat the remake, we on top. And right now, we busting Resident Evil 4. We are at chapter 15. We've got to be close to the end. So we're close to defeating that. When we beat that, we're going to give y'all that recap. But tonight, we are talking about the movie renditions. And when it comes to the movie renditions to Resident Evil, the animated movies have it over the live action movies 100%, with the exception of this one right here, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. And the Resident Evil community is going to be split down a part of this, because I will tell you, as somebody when this came out was playing Resident Evil 2 Remake, most of the things they covered in this movie I had just played. And when I mean I had just played, from the orphanage to the keys to the spade and heart and diamond key, like, they hit very close to game gold, and it needs to be respected. This movie does not get talked about enough. It is buried beneath the Milla Jovovich horrible renditions and the Netflix series with Wesker being Blade. There's a lot of stuff that has happened recently within the Resident Evil universe, including another animated movie that just came out not too long ago with all the original cast into it when they're on Alcatraz Island. But this movie, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, if you've ever played the Resident Evil 2 game, or 1 or 3, there are scenes in this verbatim, from the truck driver to the dog being bit, to the dog biting the truck driver, to the truck coming due and crashing into the Raccoon Police Department City. Dude, the only thing that I take away from this is the 2 people. I don't like who you chose for Leon. I don't like who you chose for Jill. That is my only problems. My only problems with this. I can deal with the Wesker. I can deal with everything else. The zombie, like when if you ever played Resident Evil 1, when you come up to the mansion, there's a scene where a zombie is biting on somebody. He's a bald head zombie, and he like turns, and you see like half of his eye. That scene is in here verbatim. This takes place over takes place over Resident Evil 1 and 2. So they kind of mashed them up together. But if you've played Resident Evil 1 or 2, you will definitely get that in here. The Raccoon Police Department, 100% exactly like the game. Now, they couldn't take as much time as you do in a game where you got to go find the lion medal and the police medal and put the police medal in the lion medal and move the bookcase so you can get the key, and the key gets you into the lock, and the lock gets you into the combination, and the combination gets you half of the jewel, and then you get half of the lion jewel, then you put the lion jewel and the king jewel together, and you got, like, there's so much you have to do in Resident Evil puzzle-wise. They never put the puzzles in the movies. I kind of wish they would, so that they could feel the frustration that we do all the time with these damn puzzles that Resident Evil makes us jump through hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop. Whew. Just recently, I had to deal with that church puzzle where you got to move the stained glass, and there's 3 different colors of stained glass, and you got to make a picture. Oh my God. But I digress. We're talking about Raccoon City. Welcome to Raccoon City, Resident Evil. Now, I will say, out of all the movies, including the Milla Jovovich ones, this is the closest rendition to the game out of all the movies. And I don't care. You guys may love Milla Jovovich being nude. Look, there's no problem with that. But that's not Resident Evil the game. They're just using the name of the movie and they're coining it to get butts in the seats. This, which is weird because this actually hits on the game verbatim, but it didn't go over well with the Resident Evil community. And I don't get it. You guys got the shit movie and you want to hold that one up high, but then you got the movie, well, it's nothing like Resident Evil. But then you get a movie that's exactly like Resident Evil and you don't receive it well. I don't think you guys know what you want. But I digress. I know what I want, I know what I like, and I like what I want. And what I wanted was a Resident Evil movie, and this one came damn close to touching on it. Not as close as The Last of Us TV series to The Last of Us game, but this damn close. I can literally take pictures of some of the scenes that I had just played in Resident Evil Remake that were in Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And for the start of the outbreak, all the way through Wesker, the mansion, and everything that was happening, these guys did really good. And I don't think we're going to get a second iteration to have a second movie into this, which I really would like to see. I would like to see the train incident. I would like to see Nemesis, Mr. X. There's a lot of things I would like to see, but unfortunately I don't see that happening. So what we have is this movie. And to the makers, the directors, the producers, the actors, the cinematographers, and all the people who worked on this project, I salute you from the Game Dojo. I felt your work, I felt your hard effort, and I respect it. I like it. Matter of fact, I loved it. I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the zombies. I enjoyed, because this, see, here's the thing y'all forgot in the other Resident Evil movies, the Milla Jovovich ones. You concentrate on zombies, but the zombies weren't the main part of it. Resident Evil, the zombies are the main part of it. They're just as big as the co-stars. You guys forgot that. Milla Jovovich being CG'd, running up the wall, doing Matrix kicks and all kind of stuff like that. That's not in the game. Have you ever played Resident Evil? Have you played it once? Whoever made this movie played Resident Evil. That's damn sure apparent. I'll even go Kurt Angle. It's true. It's damn true. So, ladies and gentlemen, you owe it to yourself, if you are a fan of Resident Evil, to watch this movie once. Make your own opinion. Stop listening to what people say. People will talk down horrible things. Some people are paid to give bad reviews. Some people are just wretches inside themselves and they don't like anything. Decide for yourself. Taste it for yourself. Not everybody's going to like a veggie burger. Sometimes people like old-fashioned cow meat. This is 100% USDA cow meat. If you don't like cow meat, then you're not gonna like it. If you like a nice, dirty, greasy burger dripping with cheese, you're gonna like it. That's what this is. This is a meal. Not a Happy Meal. This is a meal. And it's good. It's better than it has any business being. Especially when it was made, who it was made by, during the time it was made. And you were not received and you were not loved the way you should have been. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. So, as our little piece, our little token here in the Game Dojo, we recognize your effort. It may not account for much. It may not account for anything. But we live as though the world should be, to show it what it can be. And that includes movies. Welcome to it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Raccoon City. This movie was an experience. It was fun. It was good to watch. It did not let me down. It had zombies, it had moments, it had craziness, it had comedy, it had funny moments. I loved the action, direction, and where this movie went. This movie wasn't meant for you to sit back and be like, yes. When I was in Cambridge, we watched and played Antigone. I was King Creon in the plays. This is not that kind of experiments. This is not for Academy Awards. This is for the pure love of the game. This is for the fans, by the fans, to respect the fans. And I, as a Resident Evil fan, currently, past, and future, respect this movie for what it is, what it tried to do, what it almost was, and what it wanted to be. There it is, flat out. So what do we give it here in the Game Dojo? 24K gold. And you're saying, Rain, if you love this so much, why can't you make it platinum? I'll tell you why I can't make it platinum. Platinum is reserved for 0 wrongdoing. And I just gave Train to Busan that double platinum rating. I have to give this one step below it, because this is not on the same level as Train to Busan. As much as I want it to be, it's not there yet. And if they had another movie, they could have done it. But I do not think they believed in enough in this movie. I do not believe they had enough faith in this movie to give it a second iteration. And that is what angers me most, because we're left with just this movie. If I could give this movie platinum, I would. But it falls in just one category: casting and actors. And I'm not hating on the guy and the girl at all. I just prefer my Leon to be Leon, and my Claire to be Claire, and my Ada to be Ada, and my Wesker to be Wesker. If you play the game, you know their mannerisms, you know their attitudes, you know how they are and who they are. This dude couldn't shoot a gun, didn't know how to shoot a shotgun. That's not my Leon. That's the only problem, my only drawback. The only hold from giving this a platinum rating is just the characters are not like the game. The movie is like the game, the action is like the game, the scenes are like the game, but the characters, unfortunately, are not. And I've played both. So, 24 karat gold here in the Game Dojo. I definitely recommend you buying it. I definitely recommend you watching it and keeping it. I mean, if you've seen that Milla Jovovich crap, trust me, this is better than that. There ain't no superhero in here going up against Umbrella, who has 1,001 clones, who can run up walls and do Matrix kick because she's Neo. Like, look, man. I respect a female heroine as well as everybody else. Ellen Ripley did it in Aliens. There's been tons of women who've done it over the years. Respect is given where respecting is due, and I understand that. But you guys turning Milla Jovovich into some kind of super Neo from the Matrix in a Resident Evil franchise, where the hell were you going with that? Where the hell were you going with that? Honestly. I respect you for trying to do something off the basis of the game, but honestly, whoever made that movie did not play the game. They're not fans of the game. They gave it the once over, like they did the Dragon Ball Z movie, and then they're like, I got it, we're good. And then you make your movie and you wonder why it don't go over well with your fans. You have to be a fan of the source material if you want to recreate it. If you're not a fan of the source material, you can't get it, read it in one day and be like, I got the gist of it. No, you can't. You must be a fan of the series before you can recreate the series accurately and give it life and levity. It's just that simple. I'm a fan of Resident Evil. I respect this movie a hell of a lot more than I do the Milla Jovovich bullshit. Sorry. It has to be said. And I have all those Resident Evils. I watched them. There's something to watch. But let's face it. Come on, guys. When you play Resident Evil, if you're a Resident Evil fan, name one time you ran up a wall and kicked one of them damn demon Dobermans. One of them dead Dobermans. Tell me one time you ran up a wall and kicked one of them. Tell me one time you walked over to them and kicked one. Go ahead, I'll wait. No? Neither did I. So why is it in your movie? Oh, you have super abilities, you have mind control, you can move stuff with your mind. Hey, when has that ever happened in Resident Evil? You ever control shit with your mind? No. It didn't happen? No. So why is it in your movie? Like I said, in order to respect and do a good job to a movie, you must first be a fan and respect the source material. If you do not know the source material, how can you deliver a project that has that name and that branding if you know nothing about the actual name, the branding, the material, and the subject? You don't. And you're not going to get it. A plus B will always equal C. A plus B will not equal D, E, F unless A and B are different equations. When it comes to Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, it is not the perfect best movie to end all movies, but it's damn great as an adaptation from gaming and the gaming source material to an actual live adaptation, and it is in that category that we give it 24K here in the Game Dojo, and we respect it. I've watched it multiple times, and I will continue to watch it multiple times. I get a big kick out of it, including the scene in the garage, because there was a garage scene in Resident Evil 2 when you got the medals and you put them in the middle of the center at Raccoon Police Department main hall. It opened up and you went down and there was a garage scene and there was a whole bunch of garage missions. So you don't miss that, where you got to find the key card. But see, this movie dared to go there. It went to places, even the orphanage where you have to be a little girl and you have to run away from the guy. That orphanage was 100%. It looked exactly like the game. I had just played it. I told you, I had just played Resident Evil 2. So it was fresh in my mind. That's the only reason why I really equated it that real well. I was like, wow, I just played this. That's pretty cool. So Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was not received well by many people, and that is unfortunate, because for what it is damn good. It is better than so many movies in recent times that I've seen that deal with zombies or a zombie outbreak or an apocalypse, and I think they did a phenomenal job. Casting could have been better. I agree. Casting could have been better. I prefer my Leon to be more Leon, because I'm playing Leon right now, and I love Leon. I love my boy. We just lost Lewis, but Lewis was a shit talker, and we was riding around. He really didn't do much. He didn't do much shooting. When we was in the mine carts, I was busting all the people in the chainsaw man. He was just hiding. So Lewis kind of outlived his usefulness. I'm okay with that, and I'm not okay with that. Ding! But Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, 24K gold here in the Game Dojo. I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't yet. Like I said, it flew under the radar. It came out like last Thanksgiving. Not too many people watched it, but you deserve to. I've changed many people's opinions of this movie by giving them a copy of it or buying them a copy of it and letting them watch it. It changed their opinion of it. Like I said, this movie has got so much bad press around it. It's not as bad as you think it is. Matter of fact, it's actually pretty damn good. And the only people that I know that really like this movie are people who games. Matter of fact, the Nightmare Creature, she liked this movie, and she didn't even play Resident Evil the game. Never played Resident Evil the game, and she loved it. And she's a horror icon. She's into the horror genre, and she liked this. Telling you, it's worth it. You owe it to yourself. If you want to watch something good, out of the norm, something that's a zombie movie, you don't have to have played the game to appreciate the movie. It helps, but you don't have to. Not this one. That Milla Jovovich set, no. This one, definitely. So thank you guys for stopping on by this magical October's Eve in the Game Dojo as we review another one of our favorite craves for this beautiful holiday season, Devil's Night. Fire it up! Fire it up! Fire it up! If y'all didn't get that, we can't talk. That was the Crow. If T-Bird, you get around, you whistle, I don't want to die, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, the Crow. Y'all don't know? Toss up a bullet, swallow the bullet. Tintin had a friend who shouldn't have played with knives. Knock, knock, Mr. Gideon. Come on, guys. The Crow, nothing. Nothing. Can I get some W's? Can I get some W's in the comments for that, please? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining me. This was fun. I love it. I hope you guys love this as much as I love doing it, and as much as I love hearing from you guys, because I can't be the only person out here with these thoughts and mind brain meat isms Like, come on, guys. We like movies. We like stories. Why can't we get together on something and change this world? Change the way Hollywood makes movies now. Change this crappy stuff that we keep cranking out and cranking out and cranking out until we can puke coat hangers. I didn't want to put that coat hanger mark in there, but that seems to be the line from now on. So from the Game Dojo, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to be on the lookout for that Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think we did one last year, but I want to do another one because you know what? It's one of my favorite movies, and it hasn't been talked about enough. Matter of fact, I don't think I did it on this channel. I think I did it on one of my other channels, but we gonna give it its due respect here. We gonna go all out. We gonna have we gonna have Jumbo. We gonna have the lights green. We gonna have cotton candy guns. We gonna go all out for our Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So stay tuned to the Game channel. Stay tuned to 24K because you will see that before or on Halloween. It's coming. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, keep watching. Sit back, relax with your favorite bag of snacks, and watch some movie tracks. So watch something good too. Don't watch nothing trashy. You deserve it to yourself to watch something good. You work hard, you play hard, you need to watch hard and enjoy hard. I'll check you guys out later.